Slacktail Squad, assemble.
All right, folks, I am the Beaveman, and this is the Slaptail Squad. And if you're listening, you are a member of the great Slaptail Nation. And I guess if you're listening and if you're watching, this is our first live stream. And as you can see, our tech savvy number 2, the Ronz, is already checking stuff up, and that's okay. I am the Beaveman, as I said, master of the universe, creator of all things great and small, great like my hopes and dreams for this live stream, and small like Ronz's ability to do anything and everything correctly. As you can see, our tech savvy number 2, the Ronz, is with us. Say hello, Ronz.
Hello.
Fucked up his own intro. Hey, let's get that right, Ron.
Hey.
No. I let me apologize for.
Wake up, Ron. Wake up.
I know. It's been
catnapping.
I was catnapping. I realized that I knew that we were supposed to be on. I came on at the last second. I didn't want to piss off the Beaveman. I apologize profusely for our 100th episode. I will save my comments.
Are you wearing pants?
No, I am not. No, I'm not wearing pants. I will save my comments to it's been a crap show every fucking week this so far in January. I'm just so over this. So I'll let you get on with the introductions and then I'll lay in. And so I apologize.
Oh, is that okay? Okay, well, my number 2 is here, and I guess I'm just going to change it back to the way we used to do it. And my number 2, Grogu, is here. But Grogu's green, so it's kind of hard to see him.
He's blending into the green screen. He's blending in.
Because now, Ronz, you're now my number 3.
Well, what about Yoda? The Yoda?
No, he's creepy and he's staring at me from the top of my bookshelf. And also with us is the lovely and talented, semi-talented, not really, the Swan. Say hello, Swan.
Hello, Swan.
Hilarious.
See, I didn't miss my cue runs.
There you go.
But most importantly, here he is, live on screen, the way he was intended to be. My friend, such a chocolate, Tromondae.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. That was a nice introduction.
That was. Looking good, Tromondae. Looking good.
And hello out there to the Slaptail Nation. Thank you for joining us. And yes, it will be better than Jeopardy reruns. Ronz.
Yes.
Your technical prowess.
He's coming to us from the tent. He's in the tent.
I know. If you could just do me a favor.
Sure.
Do you have any nasal drops? Any nasal saline?
No, I don't.
Do you think that you could possibly work up some mucus to have it run down your nose and just talk into the camera like you're really scared?
Oh yeah, as a Blair Witch Project. No.
How about can you turn around towards the tent and start dancing? Can you do that?
I could, but I don't have a pole in the background.
And he's not wearing pants.
And I am not wearing pants.
Well, that'll be part of it, right?
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. So, by the way, this live stream and podcast is sponsored by Skylar Beavers and Midwest Multimedia, and you can find him at skylarbeavers.com. Recently, friend of the show, Skylar, a.k.a. The Boy, has started a Patreon to help fund his entertainment pursuits. Patreon, I don't know if you guys know this, is a creator-focused platform where people can support their favorite content creators and receive perks in return. Pledging to Skylar's Patreon entitles you to receive items such as handwritten cards, producer credits and videos, and early access to certain content. You can read more about it at www.patreon.com/SkylarCreates. And there you go. That is my one advertisement for this streaming episode. And now I would like to mention also, this is, of course, our 100th episode, and to celebrate, we're doing this live stream for everybody. There are a couple things that I want to mention right off the bat. First of all, I would like to apologize to the Ronz.
Why?
Ronz, you're not even going to. You're not
He's
even
not
going
even
to bite.
paying
No, I'm paying attention. You told me not to interrupt you when you're talking, so I'm not.
The specific rule, if you would have listened, was not interrupt on certain situations. You can interrupt because what are you just going to do? Sit there, or are you going to raise your hand?
The Swan.
The Swan. We've been doing this for how long now?
Yeah, I apologize.
6 minutes in.
Yeah.
Just a little.
Look at this fun little thing I can do. Oh, here's a comment posted.
He looks like if Santa got kidnapped and held captive in a basement.
Hilarious.
That's pretty funny. Yeah.
No.
Basically.
So this apology. Why?
Yeah. Well, here's the apology, Ronz. You had mentioned when we were rehearsing for this that you just feel like you're like we're stifling your comedy. We're not letting you. We're not letting you grow, Ronz. We're not letting.
Okay. Yeah. I see where this is going. You're absolutely right. Yeah, because every time that we try to develop something, you shut it down.
Who's we?
We squash his creativity.
See, there we go. I didn't even have to answer who is we. It was already answered, and it's just not my creativity, right? It's
we
just the way
believe that
I do
to be
things.
true. We're starting it out.
You're the only one saying that, the Swan. But, the thing is, as we try to grow this, you didn't want people to, I wanted local. I wanted to punch it local. You're like, no. I'm like, okay. So I reached out to the internet.
What does that have to do with stifling? What does that have to do with stifling?
You wanted to punch it locally.
Well, because how can we grow? How can I make anything grow if I just, try to reach out? First he talks. Yeah, then he gets
angry. Right. And then he brings it back down.
So, Ronz, in commemoration of our 100th podcast episode, and here we are in March, it will be starting our 3rd year of podcasting together. I think it's my 5th year of podcasting.
Has it been 3 years that you and I have been doing this? I thought it's only been like a year.
I don't think you even heard what I just said. Did you guys?
I heard.
No, I'm sorry. 3 years.
It would be 3 years.
We will be starting our 3rd year in March. That means we've been podcasting together for over 2 years now. And it's been it'll be 2 full years in March, which would be the beginning of our 3rd year.
It's kind of like giving birth, Ronz, like cultivating your creativity and your comedy.
Yeah, so I apologize for stifling your comedy stylings, Ronz. And because of that, now it is the moment of truth. This is what we've all been waiting for. Ronz, it's time for you to spread your wings and fly, Lil Sebastian.
So, are
time for you to do your impersonations. It's time for Ron's impersonations.
I know, the way that sounded. Yeah, the way it sounded like, well, now you're going to do your own podcast, so you're out of the squad. Good luck. And I'm like, wow, that was like
it's time for let's go. It's time for impersonations with Ronz. Go.
Oh no, I haven't got one just yet. Right?
You don't have one? I thought you had these already. Like these are like
you said you've been working on these
so long.
First of all, I see the Swan coming after me, and I'm going to shut her down hard. Right? Yeah, because
I'm scared. I'm totally scared.
This isn't
Can I make suggestions if you don't have one? I got suggestions for you.
All right, go ahead. What the hell?
Okay, first one I want to hear. A fireman. Ron, you're a fireman. Go.
Oh, I'm a fireman. There's a fire. Let me go put it out. There's a fire. Oh, I have a long hose. There we go. I can put out a fire.
He's going to dig this one himself. Yeah. Okay, keep going. Keep going.
Okay, anybody else?
Anybody else?
Yeah, do you like
do your cowboy?
Yeah, do your cowboy.
Oh, I'm a cowboy. I've got to ride my horse to a fire with the fireman to put out the fire.
How is this any different than your fireman? You're not even like changing your voice. I thought use the cowboy voice. No, use your cowboy voice.
I thought I was using my cowboy voice.
No.
Oh. So you want to hear the Western voice?
Yes, the Western voice.
Oh, I'm a Western guy.
The Woody's here. Wait, the Woody's here. Yay. Yay, Woody. Woohoo.
Okay, Swan.
Sorry,
shut up.
I didn't want to interrupt. Okay.
How many minutes into the live stream did it take me before I finally told Swan to
shut up?
9
minutes.
You know, back in my day, we didn't tell people to shut up. We just threw rocks at them. That's all we did. I mean, the Swan didn't have any rights, and not that she needed rights. I mean, come on, right? She was just. Does she really need rights to talk? No. Back in our day, women just didn't talk. They didn't need to. They knew their place. It was behind the Beaveman. So you follow your Beaveman's cue, and then you can talk. Until then, just look there pretty, just like the Tromondae, the man, the sexual chocolate that he is. Right?
Why does it sound pervy when he says it?
I know. Well, so I shouldn't make it pervy then? I should? What's pervy to you?
I mean, is that your pervy cowboy?
No, wait a minute.
So what's pervy to you?
I'm sorry, I'm stifling your comedy.
No, that's quite okay.
It's just hard to concentrate when you have that Coleman lantern in the background.
Your tent.
Yeah, my Coleman background.
Well, are you done with your impersonations?
Well, you keep interrupting. I mean, I was just trying to do it. You're like, oh.
Now we're stifling his comedy again.
No, it's not that. It's like that.
Look at that.
As we go
nice
along,
little comment,
right?
Ronz. Did you read this comment?
So,
read your comment, Ronz. Did you see that? Hello, I'm a big time Hollywood agent, and I cannot believe what I just heard. I would like to offer the Ronz an exclusive deal for our restraining
order. Yes, I get that. So,
hi-oh.
So I guess the one thing I haven't learned to deal with is hecklers, right? Because that's what you guys are doing. Because you look, right.
No,
you show me talent, I'll show you a good heckler. So,
all right, here we go.
This is why, like, I think, like, Black churches are, like, important. Like you learn a lot in a Black church. So, like, you learn how to deal with people yelling back at you while you're
like how?
Black church.
Give us,
because that's where it primarily happens. Like,
okay, like an example. Go ahead.
Oh, definitely. Give me an example of how you would deal with a heckler.
Yeah, in other churches they just hit you with snakes.
Yeah. I've never heard. You know what? Honestly, Tromondae, I've never heard a heckler against Jesus. This should be interesting.
Well, I would say necessarily like heckling, but like where like you're constantly being interrupted because people are like yelling out and things like that, like during the pastor's sermon, you know,
like you're giving the sermon and all of a sudden they're like, "Praise Jesus,
praise
amen.
the Lord, preach, preacher," you know.
I got you.
I couldn't do it. I would be telling people to shut up. I'd be like, I am preaching. Sit down. I can just imagine. I'd be so impatient. I'd be like, that's what I'm doing. Thank you.
So do the preachers come out and I kind of agree with the Beaveman. Right. So,
what did I say?
Oh, no. Oh, crud. I need something here, and I haven't done this character in a while. I'm wondering if I still
he's got a character for us.
I do. This used to be, I used to get into trouble for this one.
Oh God, this should be good. In trouble how? Like,
so I would take.
I'm gonna be your church mother.
Okay, good.
Ron.
So, awesome. I would take a magazine, right, and I would just open up the page, right, and I would start to go in this spiel. So we'll do it right here. Is that the good Lord loves you. He does, right? Right. So can I get an amen? Can I get an amen? Oh, amen from Brother Tromondae. Thank you. Now, if you all turn to your books on page 4, verse 9, it says,
what page?
Face it, nobody owes
what page?
What you do.
What page?
You got it, Brother Tremondae. You got it. Just amen to you.
That's your brother.
No, we're moving on. Right?
He just tells the parishioner, we're moving on. We're moving on, sister. So, sit down.
So when the good Lord comes to you in the middle of the night, touching you in the way he does, right? Yeah. We all have to remember that one thing that motivates us isn't to call 911, but it's to put up our hands up and praise Jesus, right?
Hands and your legs.
Hands up.
Hands and your legs up.
And as we put our hands up, we reach into our
wallet or a pocket purse. And remember, there you go. And we give to the Church of the Beaveman. We give to the Church of the Beaveman.
That's a good idea.
Right?
That's a fantastic
It
idea.
is. It is. Can I get an hallelujah? No. I just don't want your hallelujah. I want a hallelujah for the Beaveman. Right? He's just as good, if not better, than your local podcaster. We all know that. Can we get an amen? Thank you. Amen. Right? Brother Tromondae. I would bring you to the podium right now if... Oh, there we go. We got our first donation in the form of a comment. It says, the Beaveman is master of the universe and creator of all things great and small. Amen to you, sir. You know where we belong. We belong at your side. You belong at our side. I would like you to reach into your back pocket and give to the Beaveman until it hurts. Not him, just you.
From behind. Yeah. From behind.
There we go.
Yeah. There you go.
Get a reach around. Yeah, there we go, Brother Tromondae.
I would just like to say that I'm not interrupting and I'm not stifling your comedy.
I know. So today we have a special guest on the podcast. We've got the Swan. Sister Swan, what have you got? Do you got some good words for us today?
I'm not really.
That is good.
Amen. Good.
Amen.
I think she's Cantor Swan. Go ahead, do some. Start singing in Hebrew for us.
Because everybody believes in the Beaveman. I would raise the roof, but I don't want to knock down my green screen. Amen. Thank you.
Amen.
Amen.
Hallelujah. Let me, just out of curiosity, what exactly is your green screen for if you're not putting anything on the
Use it.
If you're not,
it's literally a green screen.
It clearly is a green screen. We don't discriminate.
When we said use a green screen, he took it literally. He's just, ta-da!
Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to set it up.
Ronz is the only person who would put up a green screen, and then when you get to select a backdrop, he would pick green screen.
Yeah, I would. Right? No, I try to get it to work in the limited time. I mean, I got.
It's so complicated. Swan, you found it really complicated.
I did, and I'm not very tech savvy at all. I mean, pretty much mine. Was totally easy. I was like, "Ooh, that works."
Yeah, Beaveman, you just stifled his comment.
No. He's absolutely right. I did not get a chance to fool around with the software. I came home. I got home out of work.
Now it's some complicated software. Oh, I didn't understand.
No,
it's like a button that literally says.
I really think you guys just had to connect
green screen
on your end.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all good.
No, I used that green screen tip, and it just didn't work for me.
Just the tip.
Use just the tip.
Just the tip.
If you use just the tip, you're gonna jizz a little.
Just a little, for sure.
That's true.
For sure.
Just a little.
Yeah.
So
Ronz,
I mean,
Ronz, are you done? Are you done now with your impressions?
For now.
For now.
Can I make another request?
Always.
I mean, you did okay with the preacher on, but
thank you.
How about truck driver on?
Truck driver on. I don't.
We'll start you off. Try this. Breaker.
Breaker 19. Come on, Ron.
It's been a while since I just a little. It's been a while since I drove a truck.
Well, come on, truck driver.
So, before I continue, what about you?
I mean, this is your podcast. I mean,
no. Oh, by all means, I wish it was, but it's not. This is your.
So now you're hoping for some sort of a hostile takeover of the podcast?
No. Oh no.
Well, all I have to say is this, Ronz. Hi, folks. My name's Ronz Black Belt, and you may remember me from the Slaptail Squad. To commemorate our 100th episode, I will do some of my famous impressions for you. Here is an old-timey cowboy. Hey there, partner. Nice horse. Next is Clint Eastwood as Dirty Harry. Go ahead. Make my day. How about Sylvester Stallone as Rocky? Yo, Adrian, I did it. Here's Jack Nicholson in The Shining. Here's Johnny. And finally, here is Phil Hartman as actor Troy McClure on The Simpsons. Hi, I'm Troy McClure. You too can become a master of impressions just like me, Ronz, Black Belt from the Slaptail Squad, by listening each week for pointers on our podcast from me, Ronz, Black Belt from the Slaptail Squad. Caw-caw!
Caw-caw.
You know what that kind of reminds me of is, what is it? Who? Phil Hartman, right?
No.
You know who I'm talking about before he passed away?
We know who that is.
All right, caw-caw.
Caw.
Well, I guess if that was your only takeaway.
No.
What made you? What I just out of curiosity, what made you think of Phil Hartman?
Because when
I mentioned him in that little bit that I just did.
Well, yeah, no, but it's just no, because he does the same voice when you listen to him as Troy McClure.
Like your impression?
Exactly what he just did.
Yeah, no, exactly.
I just did.
Yeah, exactly. It just kind of like it reminded me so much, because when you look at or you listen to some of his voiceovers in different animations, it's all the same voice. And I know you're making fun of me through him, but I mean, it's an honor that.
I know
Did you say you feel honored about that?
I do. That the Beaveman would go out of his way to do something like that for me.
Caw.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, honestly, how many people get to be part of this? I do. All right. I've always found it an honor to be part of this. I really have.
Yes,
and when I don't get
that you're a part of it as well. We
Thank you.
Even more honored when you show up on time and you're all ready to go.
Well, I'm sorry for working last night and
with pants on.
Here we go.
Ronz works more than any of the rest of us.
Know that Ronz works more than everybody.
No. No. I appreciate it, but I'm leaving a lot of drama off the table, because this is not a podcast about drama.
Right? It's not.
No, it's not. Okay. Trust me.
You're right. It's not a podcast about drama. But what would you say our podcast is about then? Tromondae. What would you say it's about?
Whatever we want it to be about in that moment.
Oh, I like that.
So sometimes we talk about what way we put the tissue on the roll. Sometimes we talk about how many coffee mugs we have. Sometimes we talk about Ron's black belt.
Often we talk about Ron's black belt.
Or my ability to run out and save people from a power line that I don't need saving.
Have you had any good experiences lately, Ronz?
Yes and no.
Save the day?
No, actually.
No save the day moments?
No save the. Well, actually, I have. If I have to really point at it, yeah, I do.
Okay.
I had a couple.
Want to share it with us?
I will. So now that I'm at work, there is this guy creeping on this coworker.
Is it you?
Is his name Ronz?
No.
Okay.
It's not me. So what happened was, I said, I approached this girl, right? And I said, I noticed that guy's kind of weirding you out.
What?
So I noticed this guy is creeping on you. Okay.
So
Let him finish.
Well, yeah. The thing is, what?
Did you get that, Tromondae?
I got it.
Yeah. I got it. Yeah, I got it. And I said, "Are you okay?" She goes, "Yeah." I said, "Really? Is that guy giving you problems? Like, he's always talking to me. I don't really like him too well."
Excuse me there, young lady.
There we go.
Yeah, man.
I got my black belt on.
Here. I don't know if you've noticed this. Black belt. Yeah, man. Is there a little bit of trouble over here? Anything I can help you with? I'm a black belt. Check out my reflective vest.
If you have any emergencies.
So
I know there's I realized that we've got security people over here, but I figure I could take care of it myself.
Well, to go behind the scenes.
Well, yeah, I am. Well, I said, if this guy's giving you any type of problem, just stand over here next to me and a couple of my friends here, and he'll leave you alone.
And I'll get old man juice on him. Nobody wants to see that old man juice on him.
No.
Sorry, I'm starting to develop buying. When I pee, I can't help but notice how old I smell. It's not from the urine. It's not from the urine itself. It's just from my undercarriage. It doesn't smell like it did when I was a young man. It just smells like an old guy. I don't know what to do about it. Drink more water. I don't know, Ronz. What do you think? Drink more water?
Drink more water. Deodorant would help.
You put deodorant there?
Down there?
Oh, yeah. Don't you? It may burn a little, but it works. All right. Depending on the deodorant that you use.
Sure, we believe that to be true.
So, I didn't use
so
the word
continue
like.
your story because I'm interested now. I mean, the rest of us didn't have anything planned, but go ahead.
So anyway, I just said if there's a problem,
So anyway.
Anyway, yeah. Well, you want me to continue. So anyway, I said, why don't you come and stand next to me and a couple of my friends over here? You're part of us. I mean, she works a shift with us. I said, if there's a problem with this guy, go to a supervisor or a manager or whatever. But you could stand next to us. He's not going to bother you if you're standing next to us all the time. I was like, really? I'm like, yeah, we got your back. Don't worry about it. So that was a positive note that it's like she doesn't really like too many people talking to her. I'm like, okay, cool. You can hang out with us.
She doesn't like many people talking to her.
She had one person creeping on her, and now she has 5. So
yeah, okay, I see where that goes.
And they're all like Ronz. They're like, yeah, come on over here, stand next to us, little lady.
We'll protect you.
Yeah, it's a bunch of guys with their pants above their belly buttons. Yeah, that's okay.
It's cool.
Great story.
So, did you ever confront the guy?
Oh no.
Oh, that would be ridiculous.
It would. Yeah, he could actually, No, I didn't want to make problems worse in case there wasn't anything there, or he was just trying to be friendly. So I'm like, just stand next to us. He won't come close to you. Right? Just instead of an escalated situation that could or could not be there from her point of view or our point of view, stand off to the side. Right? If he approaches you, then we got a situation, right? And that's where the supervisors come in and handle it. But for the most part,
I feel like you just want there to be a situation.
No, never, ever. I never want a situation like
nobody else feel that way. Like Ronz just really wants a situation to occur. Like he
likes to be helpful. Mind. Yeah, he likes to be helpful.
Yeah. Well, in reality, I wouldn't know how to approach something like this, right? If I was a female and I didn't want someone talking to me, I've seen some strong females out there who just turn around and chew somebody's head off. But if you don't know how to react in a work situation and you feel uncomfortable, yes, go get somebody. But if you don't know how to do that, and you can tell somebody's uncomfortable, approach them saying, "Hey, everything okay? Why don't you come over and stand next to us, and everything will be cool."
Elvira, why don't you come over here, stand next to us, okay?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Is that guy bothering you? Yeah. Okay. You should come over and stand. Hey, come over and stand next to me.
Yeah, and that's what I do. I do a voice or something, and I'm like, "Okay, come on over, hang with me."
And that's not creepy.
Yeah, I know.
Not
well,
at all.
I work with a lot of people, and they know who I am, so it's all cool. Right? And I never take offense if they don't want to be next to me or talk to me. What the hell do I care? I just move on.
Ronz.
So then it's like, all right, well, you just go get touched on your own then.
Yeah.
No.
I'm like, yeah, you don't want to be by me. I'll go be by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's the way I approach it, right?
Okay.
If someone's really creeping you out.
I'm so confused right now. I guess I don't know. Is that something you would do, Tromondae? Would you just walk up to some girl and be like, "Hey, see that guy's creeping on you over there? I thought I'd make the situation better by creeping on you myself."
Now, I didn't say creep on her.
Yes, you did.
But maybe
okay, let's ask the one sort of female in the room. Swan.
Really?
Tromondae thought I was going to ask him. Tromondae.
I lean closer to the mic.
Tromondae's like, yes. What is it? I've got this one. Fielding this issue. What is it? I guess you can answer, Tromondae.
Let's hear the Swan.
Swan, what do you think, Swan?
I mean, I feel like I'm strong enough that I would confront that person myself. I've had that situation, like walking into work. I'm like, damn, look at that ass, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's not appropriate. I just turn around and be like, dude, not appropriate. Like, and then shut it down right then. Not appropriate.
Shut it down.
Like, shut it down. Or like when your patients or people like try to get in your bubble and like want to give you a hug. Nope, not a hugger. Like, move on.
Oh, your bubble is different. When you say bubble, I think of something totally different.
What do you think of, Beaveman?
I think of her butt. So when she says bubble, that's immediately what I think.
My personal space.
Bubble butt. You know that's a song. It's called Bubble Butt.
Can you do a little
Clever.
version of it?
Bubble butt. Yeah, that's all they say. Bubble butt. Bubble butt. That's all they say.
Is it like the Djibouti? Right, the Djibouti song.
Oh, how does that?
No, that's.
Oh, you
that's
haven't heard that?
They make in Louisiana.
Yeah, you get the booty. You got the booty, Djibouti. Right. I just heard the lyrics, and that's all they do is repeat that. And I'm like, you got it.
Isn't that also a place in Africa?
Djibouti.
Yeah.
I think it is.
Maybe.
I really think it is.
Ronnie.
No, but
let me Google that real quick.
Oh no! Last time we Googled something he suggested.
No, that was what I suggested.
That was the Swan.
I still need to go to church, and I'm not a church going man, but I will this
Jesus
week.
On that one. At some point. You're gonna have to say a few Hail Marys, something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, don't Google that.
Yeah,
it's not good.
Djibouti is in Africa.
See, Tromondae's giving us geography lessons.
So one year when I was working at this place, and they had a really big map on the wall, and there was a kid who like found, and then maybe he learned this in school, Djibouti, but then he would go around and like saying it, but then when he would get confronted about it, he'd be like, no, it's on the map. So then like he would use it inappropriate, but then try to justify it because it was on the map, you know? So that's how I...
So it's stuck with your head. It's stuck in your head because
Djibouti.
of
Yeah.
Djibouti. Nice.
But interesting.
Well,
what would you do in that situation, Beaveman?
What would I do in that? What situation? Which one? If a guy came up to me and told me, "Hey, that you can come stand with us," because
no,
I see that guy over there hitting on you.
If you saw a young lady being addressed by a gentleman and it wasn't appropriate.
I don't know. I think the better question, I'm not really sure what I would do. I mean, I've seen enough stuff. Probably I'd be like, yeah, what you gonna do? I mean, most of the time shit doesn't mean anything. I mean, well, yeah, honestly, most of the time shit doesn't mean anything. One would expect that the young lady would say something herself, and if she's actually having a problem, she would approach somebody. Now, have I actually intervened when I've seen stuff go on? Yes, I have. Did I sit back and, I mean, like, yeah, I mean, I've done stuff before. I saw this guy throttle this lady in the parking lot once, and I hopped out of my moving car, basically. I stopped the car, jumped out.
I can't do the B-man with the black belt thing because, honestly, I won't make fun of that. That's commendable. That really is. I mean,
he was gonna try. Hi, my name is the Beaveman, and I'm a black belt, and I saved this girl's life. Like, you're gonna try to do that?
I was, but
I don't think it works that way.
It doesn't work that way.
It's not nearly as cool.
Right, jumping into the fray to save somebody's life.
No, I did nothing commendable, honestly. What did I do? I jumped out of the car, ran up to him. He stopped throttling the lady. I offered to help her, and she decided to go with him. What are you going to do?
That, and I didn't want to mention that, but since you did, I'll bring it into light. That's the unfortunate part about domestic violence. But we're going to move back. This is a comedy podcast. But,
Yes, it is. This is a comedy podcast.
And on that note, it's like when I rushed into that smoking car that just got into a wreck, right?
If we were going to mention it, why are you... Now you got to mention some more of your heroics.
No. I was going to say, we
have to be dramatic. I'm not dramatic.
This is a comedy podcast.
Yeah, but we do things to... We do things outside our norm to help people. That's why I came to you and I said, hey, how do I take a pulse correctly? Right?
Let me go ahead and take the spotlight off you, B-Man, and say this is not about drama. This is a comedy podcast. But it reminds me of that time that I...
You're right.
I saved the world.
That's already been mentioned on the podcast. I don't know how many times.
I'm the Ronz, and I have a black belt, and I save the world on a daily basis.
Hi-yo.
Hi-yo.
Well, I feel like, Ronz, that you have manipulated the majority of the time so far.
Yeah.
Is it? Have we done a good job of not? No. Have we done a good job of not stifling your comedy?
Spotlight's on Ronz.
But before we move on, Ronz, I just have a question for you, Ronz. Ronz, are you paying attention?
Yes, I am.
Any gay questions?
or from our listeners, any gay questions, because it's that time. It's that time for sexual chocolates.
I want the boy to like make me some music.
Okay, I've got a question.
Okay.
All right. So, at what age did you know that you were gay?
Well, that's not funny. That's serious.
Well, we're gonna. Like, you have a habit of turning anything serious funny, so I throw out the serious question, and you can go around and
make it funny.
So probably when I was like 10 is when I was like, yeah.
Like you saw a picture of a hot guy, or like, how did this go down? You're like, I don't think women are attractive.
Ronz asks a question. Tromondae answers it in 2 words. What a great segment. Tromondae,
he just said how old. He didn't necessarily want details.
So what? How did this come about? Like, no, how did this come about? Like, you were at a sleepover and everybody was like, "Dude, let's watch porn," and you're like, "No."
Like I was always like interested in like what was considered like more feminine. Like I loved to like play with Barbie dolls and jump rope and all that stuff. So it's like I knew, because like I was like wanted to do something different than most of the other boys that I was growing up with, including my brothers. So like I knew something was different, but like once I was like around 10 years old, there was a one of my classmates, and I just thought he was the most attractive guy, and his name is Antonio Williams, which there's like thousands of Antonio Williams in the world, right?
Antonio.
But I saw him, I was just like,
I'm gonna marry that boy.
But yeah,
Antonio, was he Italian or was he Latino?
I think he was like biracial, because he had like really good hair and like
nice like, shiny skin.
Yeah.
Look at the way Tromondae is smiling.
Look at him
over
all
this.
glowing.
Yeah,
his
he is
childhood
glowing.
Crush.
That was like my first crush.
Aww.
Nice.
So, do you still contact Antonio today?
Clearly not.
This was in elementary. I'm not even certain where he's at in the world. But wherever you are, hi Antonio.
Look at that little. Look at that.
See, that's how you do a proper.
Jizzed a little.
That's how you do a proper greeting to someone, Ronz. That's how it's done.
Yeah, wave the hand to the side, going hi.
And how about to our listeners? Is there any questions out there for sexual chocolate? Feel free to go ahead and pop those in at any time, and I'll throw those up for sexual chocolate. Our own personal sexual chocolate, Tromondae.
I have one.
Sure. Oh, okay, go ahead.
I want to know what your worst gay date was.
Ooh.
His worst gay date is a straight one. Hiya!
Okay, it can be a 2-parter. Worst straight date, and then worst gay date, or either way.
So honestly, I haven't really gone.
You what? What about Swan?
What?
Oh, that's your ass. That's assy. Hilarious.
Keep it together, Tromondae. Hold it together. Hold it together.
How do you just say this stuff like in the moment? Like,
I don't know.
He has no verbal filter. It just comes out.
It's from my head injury. From my head injury.
What head injury?
He fell onto his head.
When did this happen?
In 2002, he fell onto his head. Like 37 feet onto his head.
Seriously?
Seriously.
I didn't know that.
I mean, not normal. I mean, the way he is. We'll just go with the way he is.
Yeah, it's why I am the way I am. Of course, I was like that before I hit my head, but that's not important. That's not important.
A comment from the Woodman, Rick. Damn, I wanted to say it. So
yeah, it's been up for about 3 minutes now, but that's fine.
3 minutes, yeah, I know.
Ronz is a little slow. He's very tech savvy.
Did you go ahead? Did you want to answer that question, Tromondae? Yeah, did you
worst date? Honestly, I haven't really been on many dates, believe it or not.
Oh, so you're that kind, huh? You just hook up. You're just hooking up. Not going on a date.
He's on Tinder.
You don't even have to. Apparently, you don't even have to buy Tromondae dinner. Just a 6-piece chicken McNugget.
Yo, I'm a simple guy. Take me to Qdoba and I'm good.
Oh, whoa. First of all, it wasn't Qdoba. I thought it was Applebee's.
Ooh.
Well, that's where I met my current boyfriend.
Is that where is Qdoba like the starting and then Applebee's kind of the upgrade?
Not necessarily. Just saying I don't need very expensive things.
He's a simple man. Until you start
Except for
buying him
his
clothes.
wardrobe.
Yeah, until you start buying him clothes and shoes. Then that's not so
How many
simple.
pairs of shoes do you have, Tromondae? Just on a rough guess.
Maybe about like 45 to 50.
Whoa.
Ronz
has
hasn't
two.
had that many his whole life. Like, I've had 4 my entire life.
Hey, Ronz has had so few pairs of shoes.
but I do
Ronz
have
has had so few pairs of shoes that he doesn't even know what his size is.
That is true.
Size 12.
Oh, you looked, you checked for that? He didn't know. He was like, I don't know, 14, I don't know, 9, I don't know.
It's a big
There's a big
variability.
difference there, dude.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. So Tromondae, did you want to answer the Swan's question?
He said he didn't really have many dates, so he doesn't
Yeah, so I don't really have a worse one, so yeah.
So what was your almost worst date then?
What the fuck, Ronz?
He said he didn't have a worst date. So did he have an almost worst date?
Well, I could answer that question if you've ever asked him to hang out, Ronz. And he said no. That means you almost would have done something together. So therefore, that would have been the worst one.
No, we got to hang out once when we did a live podcast at your house, at your studio. That was cool.
So did you consider that a date with Tromondae?
He told me he wanted to ride on his shoulders, I'm pretty sure.
I thought that was awesome.
Oh, yeah?
Well, I'd
All right,
like
back
to
to you,
point out
Beaveman.
a couple observations. I guess no one has any questions for Sexual Chocolate.
Well, I do. I'm just letting him answer.
No, you're done.
What do you got then?
You've already, what do you got?
Let's see.
Fine.
What do you got?
Fine.
So I know what on a normal heterosexual date, what do you expect from your date what do you expect on a gay date?
Now, keep in mind,
How
Ronz
is that
has been on
any
2
different?
dates his entire life? How many dates have you been on, Ronz?
Couple, but I haven't been on a date in 33 years since I've been married to the same woman.
Yeah, and before that, how many dates had you been on?
Maybe about 5 or 6.
Okay, well, there you go. So you're asking about how that compares to a normal heterosexual date with very little information yourself on what dating.
Well, this is where he offers his opinion or observation. So I'm waiting for his observation.
My apologies for stifling your comedy.
They aren't really different.
Yeah.
He thinks it's just so he thinks everything is just so completely different.
No, what I'm doing
first we meet up at the base of a rainbow. And then we hold hands and skip through a field of poppies.
We go frolicking.
Yeah, and then we follow the Yellowbrook Road to
talk to the rest because
the city of Oz.
So
but we lick lollipops, big lollipops the whole time.
So when you meet under a rainbow.
Oh, so now you're going to do it.
Is
okay,
it?
That's good. You go ahead.
Oh, is it your favorite color rainbow? Is it all the colors of the rainbow? Or just a normal rainbow?
Would it be a rainbow if it didn't have the colors?
Ronz has his own rainbow. It's the colorblind rainbow. It's only
just
red.
one color.
Yeah, it's just one color. Shades of gray. Oh no.
So
I do have a question. Gosh dang it. I've got a question.
Okay.
Tromondae, why the fuck do you think that you guys can appropriate the rainbow? Couldn't you just come up with your own fucking thing? The rainbow is everybody's. Why the fuck did you guys decide you can appropriate the rainbow?
But who was claiming it before
Skittles
us?
already had it.
Rainbow
Skittles.
Bright.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody. If you remember correctly, because you're Churchy McChurchy, the rainbow was a gift from God to all of us.
As a covenant.
That was his promise. That was his promise that he would never flood us or destroy us all again.
Amen. You preach it, brother Beaveman. You preach it. Amen. Go. You preach it. He is 100% correct. Love from the heart, from God to you. For everybody, just not the gays.
So you preach it, Beaveman.
Yo, that was a real accent, Ron. Ron just gave us a real accent.
It's not for the gays.
Why?
He's like some preacher from down south, like Southern Baptist, anti-gay preacher. Is that what Ronz is?
No, it wasn't anti-gay. It was I said
anti-everything. Tromondae, you should probably throw out a disclaimer. You should do what the Swan does and throw out a disclaimer now. Because right about now, Swan would say something like, members of the Great Slaptail Nation who are listening right now, please don't be offended when we talk about LGBTQ community, because I have a gay friend.
I have several gay friends.
Same here. Would Tromondae be our token black gay friend?
Oh, now look at him. Now he's getting into... now he's digging it deeper. His hole's getting
Why does
deep.
it sound offensive when Ron says it? Because I was about to say, Tromondae's even better because he's our twofer. But it sounds fine when I say it. But when Ron says it, it seems offensive.
It's kind of cringy.
Well, no.
Cringy moments with Ron.
Let's be real about this. You're the one that kind of takes it in that direction because it didn't sound offensive or creepy, but you're saying, hello.
All right. Well, then, I believe that the Swan had some stuff that she really wanted to, some comedy stylings that she wanted to.
I do? No.
You said you had plenty of stuff that you wanted to talk about.
No.
And this is what happens. This is what happens. Every single time when I say, hey, you've got stuff prepared for this that you want to do, she's like, oh, yeah, I'm ready. I've got stuff. And now I've turned it over to her, and she has nothing.
I have
nothing.
some things. I'm just trying to work them in, work them out. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to waste a lot of my time trying to do that. And now I don't bother and I just go to sleep. Hi-yo.
Hi-yo. Oh, hi-yo. That's not very nice.
It's not.
Beaveman to be very nice?
No.
Actually, that brings up a fine point. I would like to tell everyone what I've noticed the past few months of doing the podcast, that I have noticed that I am extremely, it's this really hard for me to say, happy.
Oh. Aww.
Ooh. Yeah,
why is that
scary?
Sad?
It's not sad.
Because
he didn't say it was sad.
It's strange. It's a strange sensation. What I've also noticed is that I'm becoming more like Ronz, not ignorant and stupid.
Whoa.
But more like...
Cringy.
Nope, not that either. I meant more like looking at the positive things more often.
Aww.
Ronz does that. Ronz likes to look at things in a more positive manner. And so I noticed that I'm becoming that way. And now, not only am I doing that, and I think the reason why is because I'm trying to look at everything and how things are funny. I keep looking at the funny in all situations.
Is it
so initially it was
curse off onto me.
I don't know. I think it's because initially it was I'm trying to find content and things to write, but now I find things that are funny all the time, which of course makes me happy, which is reflected in the podcast. But it also means that I'm sort of flipping this role of where I'm more positive, but the Ronz has become more negative.
It's because you guys are like magnets, like next to each other, or like opposing magnets. Like you have to have that balance of each other.
No, we're never going to lock together. No, that's
no, not like.
And besides, he's reserving that for Tromondae.
Yeah, because the penis has to open up wide to accept the other penis. I think, as you explained it to me. I don't think that's happen.
Isn't that correct, Tromondae? When a man loves another man,
it's like a Venus flytrap.
Yeah, that's how it works.
That's how it works.
Good.
That's how
good.
I don't know anatomy. I mean, I should.
Hopefully, no
it's
one
part
takes
of my job.
this seriously.
No one takes. We're idiots. Everybody knows we're idiots. If you're listening to this, come on, people do know that. So, if you're listening to this, you know that we're morons, and we're just having fun. Yeah. But no, that's what I've noticed.
Ron, so how do you feel?
Oh, fantastic! Because the Beaveman allows.
He's like fantastic. I'm becoming more negative.
Yes.
I try not to be more negative. When I go to work, I try to be more positive. And because the Beaveman's been allowing me, after we had this initial discussion about a week ago, I've been trying to expand on certain characters, right, that I do. Wait. And yeah. Oh, there's one coming up. Trust me.
There's one coming up.
Yeah, there's one coming up. And
I think that with the expansion of the podcast and seeing how this goes, this is fantastic. I think for our 100th episode, the one thing I've noticed so far about it, and I know there's banter back and forth, there's so much laughter. There is so much damn laughter here.
Yeah, but we're laughing at you.
Excellent.
No.
We're laughing at the entire situation.
We always laugh.
Oh yes, you're right. We're laughing at everything else.
Yeah.
Right. We're not really laughing at you.
You know, the Baptist preacher, saying the rainbow's for everybody, and then Tromondae's just breaking out laughing. I mean, that was awesome. And I mean, how many of us out there literally have that one gay friend, or several for that matter, and want to ask him a question or her a question, but we don't because we're afraid to offend them. And Tromondae's like, ask anything you want, anything.
Yeah, because he doesn't know the answer.
And honestly, one of the legitimate questions.
What might surprise you, Ronz? What might surprise you is that his answers will be pretty much the same as anybody else's.
And you know what? And I think that's what people want to know, right?
He's not from another planet.
And that's what? And honestly, that's the way a lot of people treat asking a question to somebody they don't know. It's like, oh, right. First of all, here's my gay friend. How can I?
Is that how you're going to introduce him? This is my gay friend.
Here's my gay friend.
Yeah, here's my gay friend. Right. And it's like, ask him a question. Right. What's it like going on today? Like anything else? Right. Where did you meet him? On Grindr? Tinder? Applebee's? Right. All right. Cool. All the modern ways.
Oh boy. Oh, Ronz.
So,
Ronz,
thank you for sharing that part with us. Now, I have a.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Woodman.
Here's a good comment from the Woody. Jesus, Ron. Gay people have been around for more than 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Yeah.
It's trendy. Trendy.
So I have a question for Tromondae on the gay topic. Does it offend you?
Well, hold on. Just hold on. There you go.
Any gay questions?
It should be gay questions with Ronz. It should be.
Does it offend you when someone tries to bring on, and this is probably going to come out wrong, a gay accent?
But I hope so. I really hope so.
Does it offend you, or does it upset you in any way?
When people bring on a
gay accent. So I talk like this. How are you? So
do you think Tromondae has a gay accent?
No, but
I don't.
Does it offend him in any way? Or does that? So like when the Beaveman did it earlier, it's like today. So we're going to meet under a rainbow, all the rainbows of the sky, and it's going to be about you.
Ronz. It comes out so naturally.
I know, doesn't it though? But bitch, I am 100% better than you at this than you are. So. So as we talk back and forth, you just get to be quiet, be eye candy for the Beaveman while Tromondae and I banter back and forth. Now, I'm not interested in sexual chocolate, but I am interested in his
Chocolate's your favorite flavor. You've made it a
please,
clear.
please. You know what my favorite flavor is? It's not chocolate.
Powdered donut?
Oh, God.
Powdered donut. There we go. It is him. Or her.
It's him. Jeez, but it is a Freudian slip.
Right.
Well, it is a Freudian slip. She's got,
he's going to fall on it later.
So I like it. It's a vague accent, but is it mostly offensive? So do you find it offensive when they do that? Anybody does that?
No. Because I think there's a part of this cultural community that there are people who fit in that, and you're not necessarily making fun. I just feel like you're just using their dialect, if you will.
Let's hear your gangster talk, Ronz, on that note. Because
this is his ghetto street talk. This is
ghetto street talk. Tough guy ghetto street talk, Ronz. Because that, might be offensive to people of that community.
Well, comedy's subjective and offensive to somebody. So you're going to offend anybody in comedy or someone who listens to your comedy no matter what. It's how you deal with the hecklers. And through the Beaveman.
Can we just get over the heckler?
Well, no. I'm watching Beaveman, how he handles it.
Be heckled anyway. He's just going to mute your mic and move on.
Well, yeah, true that. Yo.
True that.
You back up. Don't front on me.
I know what I'm saying. Right? You don't front on me. Right? Step up or shut up. And that's the way it should be. So the Beaveman knows I got his back. He's got mine, but I'm watching him how he handles hecklers. And you ain't heckling that good. So when you do, I'm watching the Beaveman to see how he handles his bitches.
I don't think that's very good,
Yeah,
Doug.
if I would have said that to somebody in Flint, I probably would have got beat up.
Like,
oh yeah.
hey,
I'm not gonna go
gay.
around doing that shit. I'm not gonna go around doing that shit. I know I'd get shot.
Ronz's gay thug accent.
Whoa, where'd that come from? You got something against gay
really
thugs?
was a little weird. It got kind of weird.
Yeah, it was a little weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway,
If I may.
You may.
If I may.
Whoa. Okay, first of all, I'm just gonna read the comment. 2 years, and this is the first time I've seen tea.
That means.
Oh. Well, yeah, I know who it means. I mean, obviously. Well, so I take it the Woodman has never seen Tromondae.
That might be what he means.
That was Possible. Isn't he cute? I think Tromondae is pretty cute.
Thank you.
See, this is what he said, and that's what we said.
Thank you.
If I may, if it's all right with Ronz.
You should.
Because I don't want to stifle his comedy. Apparently, this live stream.
Means,
apparently, this live stream is all about the Ronz.
No, it is. It's about you.
Hi, folks. My name's Ronz, Black Belt, and you may remember me from the Slaptail Squad. For years now, I've been working on a project called The Comedy Silence of Ronz. Recently, the Slaptail Squad has been stifling my ability to flex my comedic muscles, but now I have full freedom to spread my wings and fly. Prepare to have me flex my comedy muscle in your face. A dog, a cat, and a horse walk into a dojo. The sensei says, "Welcome to our dojo. Have a seiza."
Heyo!
Get it? Spreading my comedy wings, people. Flexing my comedy muscles. Okay, let's try this one. My sensei is so fat.
How fat is he?
He's so fat, his obi is size 6. Get it? Okay, that's my time. I'm the Ronz, Black Belt for the Slaptail Squad. Caw-caw!
That's awesome.
No,
that really is.
I got nothing.
No, I've seen something like that on American's Got Talent.
You've seen something like that every week when he makes fun of you.
No, that
you know I'm doing you, right? I mean, it's just
I get that, but when you go and you look up, there's a certain comedy team that comes out and they do it just like that voice. Right? It's
That's
pretty
your
interesting.
Voice. You should probably sue.
No,
You're
this is
taking
before
your
my
bit.
time.
How are they doing you? What's going on there?
No, it's just the way you did it, and that's the way they do it.
Are you watching like? I don't know. I'm lost now.
Yeah, right before the buzzer, the Woodman is right.
Huh.
But Howie Mandel was the only one that supported him because it was hilarious.
Well, I'm doing you.
Okay.
If we ever decide, which I think would be fun, is to do video, little video clips. I would totally be you. See. And
have a little Ron costume.
I would have a little Ron costume. It would be some sort of a graphic T-shirt with like a wolf on it.
You mean like the one you? Yeah,
he's wearing it.
Yeah, I am wearing it. I am wearing it.
I would wear a reflective vest. I would wear my black belt, jean shorts, really faded, with a leather.
Gotta have your green screen in the background.
Yeah,
that's
my cape. With a knit leather belt, white calf socks, really old tennis shoes, and I would just run around like that doing, "Hi folks, I'm Ronz from the Slaptail Squad, Black Belt. You may remember me from the..." Yeah, that's what I would do. I think it would be pretty funny.
I think you should.
Caw-caw!
I feel like you should keep that stuff in your car, and if you ever see a power line that's down, you should hop out and do one right there.
Yeah.
I think it's a good plan.
Emergency bag, like Ronz has his emergency bag.
Yeah, what's in your emergency bag other than chapstick, Ronz?
A green screen cape, a black belt, and a shiny reflective vest. So you pretty much nailed it.
Nailed it. Maybe like a, what do you call those things? A multi-tool?
Oh, yeah.
Multi-tool?
Yeah.
Ronz,
and definitely a cell phone clip.
Yeah, are you one of those guys who walks around clipping his fingernails?
No.
Okay, good. I'm just making sure.
Why would you bring that up?
Here's something disgusting, Tromondae, Swan.
Oh, yeah, let's switch it.
Here's something really disgusting. So at the dojo, right, there's a bunch of little mouth breathers, droolers, nose pickers, and of course it's a pandemic. They have got a container of peanut M&Ms in the dojo that they keep refilling. They eat them. The children, the adults. Can you imagine how much urine, boogers, orange peels, and toenails are on those M&Ms? And this is a pandemic. Even if this wasn't a pandemic, yeah, I saw Ronz reach his hand in there, and I called him disgusting. I was like, Ronz, that's disgusting. As your friend, disgusting. That's disgusting.
Maybe they have.
He probably concerned. He consumed, I'm sure, at least an ounce of urine. Easy. I mean, considering how these kids at the dojo can't even seem to get it in the toilet, it's all over the damn floor. I'm pretty sure that they're not washing their hands either, and then they're putting their grubby little, dare I say it, dick beaters into the peanut M&Ms.
Is that what you refer to as hands? Dick beaters?
Yeah, dick beaters. Yeah. What? You were lost? I'm sorry. I didn't know you guys weren't familiar with that term. Oh, here's a comment from the boy. I think you would hesitate. I really think you should. That's really disgusting.
Yeah.
Wow.
What do you have to say about that? What, Ronz? What do you have to say about that? You saying you didn't eat them? I saw you do it, and I yelled at you.
I never said I didn't.
He was drunk. He was like, nah. He's like, what? What?
Never said I didn't. Yeah. I threw them in my pocket, for later.
That was in your pocket.
Down your
reaching
pants,
into the
scratching.
pocket. You got a pocket.
And then you have to think about it. Ron said that he puts deodorant down there, so now you got that in the mix.
At least they smell good, right? So what you're saying is at least the M&Ms smell good.
Yes.
Wow, you taking things to a whole new level there.
What? You're the one who's eating them. That's disgusting.
I never said I wasn't.
Let's just see what Lil Powder Donut has to say about it. We can translate for the audio. Hold on, just real quick. Let's bring Lil Powder Donut in. You just be quiet, Ronz. Let's bring her in, and let's see what she has to say about the consumption of peanut M&Ms coated in urine, toenails, orange peels, and boogers, and not to mention COVID. Lil Powder
that you put in your mouth.
What do you have to say about that?
How many M&Ms have you eaten?
I'm going to guess she hasn't eaten any.
You avoid them. She avoids them. So she has...
Yeah, because she's not an animal. She's not a freaking beast. Oh. Okay, now Lil Powder... Now you're going on mute, Lil Powder Donut. She's only not eating them because she's like, otherwise I would. She's like, I don't get fat. That is not an excuse, Lil Powder Donut. That's disgusting.
I mean, I guess whatever helps you not eat the Rona M&Ms. No. Yeah, no.
We just have to find a reason for Ron to...
Is there something wrong with me? Tromondae, you wouldn't do that, would you?
I would not. Okay. At all.
I know the Swan wouldn't. Mm-mm. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Ron, let me ask you this question. And be honest. Be honest.
I will be honest with you. I will.
Do you?
When he doesn't try to do accents,
you're
they
good.
Just come out naturally. They come out decent.
Thank you.
When he tries, and they're
do you actually terrible. Do you wash your feet in the shower? Do you wash them?
I do. I wash the tops of my feet and the bottoms of my feet.
Excellent. Very good. Do you urinate on your feet when you're in the shower?
I do. I'm that huge. So thank you. I am that huge.
I don't know that.
I don't think that has anything to do with anything.
And based on that,
Beaveman, because you're in the medical.
Donut,
so no, I have a question.
Powder Donut. The Ronz just said he was huge. Well, she laughed, and that's the answer. She laughed, and that's all the answer that we needed.
That's all we need to know.
Very good.
He measures in centimeters, folks. Centimeters.
Well, it is the metric system, so we are huge in the metric system. So thank you very much.
All right. Well,
so is urine clean if you have to use it in, let's say, a battlefield?
What are you going to use urine for?
What are you going to use it for?
So
you're on the battlefield and you actually got stung by a jellyfish.
So I was in the military for a little bit.
The enemy was launching.
And they said they when they lobbed gas at you, and they said, how would you clean your, get rid of the gas out of your face or the residue?
Oh, this is taking us back to his fueling days, folks.
Yes, it is. Thank you.
They pee on each other.
So, that guy who got fuel on him?
So
there was that fuel.
One of us said, what if we use the water in the canteen? They're like, that would work. But what happens if you run out? And we all looked at each other and we didn't know what to do.
So they whipped out their dicks and started peeing on each other.
That was the answer. They said I would urinate in his face. And I'm like, oh. So the Beaveman with his medical background.
But the gas was on his arm. Why are you peeing in his face?
Oh, well, it's a fetish. It's a fetish. So would that work in a battlefield technique?
He's like, dude, the chemical exposure was on my hand. Why are you pissing in my face? Oh, Ronz apparently had different training that I had. Anyway, if I may, Ronz, I made a promise.
You should.
Unless the Swan has something that she absolutely wants to say, because she had so much planned for this.
I mean, I have some random questions. I mean, they're just random and they're not even related to. I had an experience the other day, and I don't know.
Way to go, Beaveman! Finally giving her the experience that she needs.
Hi-yo.
Hey-yo.
No. I think Tromondae would relate the most to this one, just because I'm gonna say he's gonna take my side. But anyway, so I got to work the other day, and I realized that my underwear was on inside out. And I was like, oh, what do I do? I'm already like 2 hours into work by the first time I had to go to the bathroom and realized my underwear was on inside out. And I had skinny legged pants. I would have had to take off my shoes in the bathroom, which is number one, gross, and try to like not step on the floor, take my pants off, pull my underwear off, or just wear my underwear inside out for the rest of the day.
Now, how many M&Ms were on that bathroom floor?
I don't know, probably a few. But I was like, okay, so I'm either going to wear my underwear inside out, or I could take everything off and turn them right side out. But then they're kind of dirty on the inside. Why does it make a
fucking difference? Why does it matter?
Because they have
little fabric. Your underwear contains so little fabric. What difference does it make if it's inside out?
I don't know. It's just not pretty inside out.
Who's looking at it?
So, me. That's how I knew they were inside out. You
just stare at your underwear?
I mean,
you just periodically throughout the day.
Bathroom. No, I mean, I went to the bathroom and noticed they were inside out. Then I was like, okay, so if I go through all this effort and turn them right side out, then the dirty part is on the outside. I'm not like it's like dirty, but it's already been touching my parts. So then it's wrong side out on my pants. So I just left it inside out. I don't know.
Done the same thing.
Who's looking at your underwear? Why does it matter? I don't understand why it matters. Here's a good audience question. Good question.
I mean, you never know what happens when you bend down.
No, we should know. Nobody should be seeing your undies at work, Swan. What do you mean we don't know? Yeah, we do. I do. No,
I see them, and I knew they were inside out.
How did you know they were inside out? Do they feel different?
Saw it when she went to the bathroom.
No, I understand the visual part. Go ahead.
They were they were black. They were all black, but the tag was on the inside instead of the outside. The little Victoria's Secret tag.
If it bothered you that much, here's my question: if it bothered you that much, is it like impossible for you to take your pants off?
No.
What you do is you take your pants off. No, what you do is you take your pants off. You take your shoes off. You take your pants off, and you stand on top of your shoes. And then you put your pants back on.
But it's hard to do that with skinny legs.
Not if you have balance.
I have balance.
The Ronz and I can do it. We have balance.
No.
But the other part that you also said,
I can stand on my hands. Can you guys stand on your hands?
No. The other part, like I said,
is if she was to flip them around. Now the part that is dirty,
already touched
like
my
now she's
parts.
How dirty was it? Like,
I mean, it wasn't
are
like I
you
had
some sort of a fucking
on
beast?
it, but
some
no,
sort of beast who just
but it was
oozes into your trousers. Do you have like a serious case of trouser trout going on down there? Is that the issue?
I have never
because guess what?
Because
guess what? It's gonna seep through anyway. So it's already on both sides. So don't freaking worry about it.
Oh boy.
Boys.
Jeez.
Telling you.
So you would have just left them inside out if they were your underwear?
And first of all, Tromondae cannot relate to this question. Tromondae doesn't wear drawers.
Well, did you ask him?
Clearly, I know that
90.
he doesn't wear.
Yeah, like 98% of the time, I do not.
So in jeans, you don't? That doesn't like rub against your jeans? Sweatpants. Like you don't need any support?
No, sweatpants
is freedom?
Yeah, that's the best.
Okay, so when do you wear them?
His shit's just like.
I'm like the Ronz said.
You know, doing what I do, I don't know if it's advantageous or not, but I have seen so many of my friends' junk. Mm-hmm. And it's not because we change in a gym to take showers. I was thinking about this before, when he says stuff like, I was like, I have seen so many of my friends' junk. I've done prostate exams on my friends. It's
in a medical setting.
In a medical setting, yeah, not just casually.
Hey,
just casually.
It's a Ronz challenge. Come on over for your prostate exam.
Here's Ron. Don't bring me into this challenge.
Ronz doesn't believe in preventative medicine.
I know. I believe in preventative medicine. I don't feel like I should give out free prostate exams to everybody, though.
He's like, you should charge for it.
Ronz,
if I charge for it,
come in my tent.
Ronz, if I charge for it, I'm a prostitute.
Way to go, Tromondae.
It's not in a medical setting.
Into a corner when I got your back. Right?
So how does it make you feel,
going after backs. I'm trying to save your backside, but hey,
he's saving it for himself.
I'm one of those friends, so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've seen so many of my friends' stuff in a clinical setting. I'm like, why do they come to me? I'm like, go to somebody else who need. Like, why does the Beaveman have to see his friend's stuff? I'm like, yeah, it looks fine to me. It's okay. Like, why do I need to do that? I remember one friend, he just calls me in a panic one day. He's like, something's wrong. I know something's wrong with it. It wasn't Tromondae. It was another friend. I know something's wrong. There's this problem I have. I'm like, I need you to check it out. I'm like, I don't want to check it out. It's like, no, I'll make an appointment. I'll come in and see. I'm like, I really don't want to. And so he came in and I had to see his stuff. Not only did I have to see his stuff, I had to do a prostate exam. And I'm like, it's
maybe
fine.
They
Everything
not like
seems
you because
fine.
you have small fingers. They check it out.
Well, that is true. I do have small fingers, but if you have a big bottom, small fingers is very problematic unless you are able to grab your own cheeks and pull them apart for me. It is helpful. If you're not able to do that, I have to really get my elbow in there, and it's really not easy because I'm right-handed. But it seems like my right elbow works best to really get in there.
It's like
just kind of get in there and move.
And then you open the other side with your head.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm not coordinated. with my left hand. So I'm like, this isn't gonna work out right. So then I gotta switch. It's very
Ron, how are you just sitting there right now, Ron, and not laughing?
Because he's like, I really need to make the appointment.
Because I am really trying hard not to get a visual on this.
Well, the good thing is I have pretty good balance after all these years of doing martial arts also. So sometimes I can get my foot up there and I can use the foot instead of my head.
Maybe like stand on.
So I've got this one here going this way, my right foot going the other way, and then I can use my right hand because otherwise the left hand is not. This
conversation takes me back to when the Beaveman would say, Ronz, when I was removing shit from an impacted bowel, it helped that guy so much. And I went, what the fuck? Right?
Hey, if you're impacted and somebody disimpacts you, that is true. They are very thankful. That is true satisfaction.
and I won't deny that, but it's a part of the, you just never know where the Beaveman's going to go. So I'm just like, I don't know what to say. And then it's like, and then you get the visuals just clearing shit out of somebody. And I'm like, oh, it's sort of like the term you used last Saturday. And you go, don't look that up. Don't look it up. That because the Swan mentioned that. And I'm like, okay, now I got to look it up. And I'm like, oh, I could have gone another year without knowing that. Right now, I will not deny.
I don't know what it was. What was it? I don't know what it was. What was it?
It was tight like frog pussy.
Oh, okay.
And then, so look that up, folks. Look it up.
Don't look it up. Don't look it up.
Oh Lord! But from your medical point of view, prostate exams are necessary. The details aren't, but they are necessary. And if you can do it on one foot with a hand shoved up somewhere, I mean, that's great.
I totally agree. Thank you for that. I guess that was.
Like, I'm signing up. Signing up.
Yes, Woodman. She did say frog pussy.
Yes, she did. She did indeed. Well, Ronz, I did what you told me to do. Ronz asked me to come up with a 3-minute comedy.
I did suggest that. You're right.
So he asked me to do that, and when Ronz asked me to do something, I do it because unlike him,
yeah, right.
Because unlike the Ronz, I do what people ask me to do. So who's ready for 3 minutes of comedy?
I am.
All right, so
Tromondae is going to give you an introduction.
Oh, geez. Swan, did you want to talk over me?
I did. That's what I do best. And Ronz, if you heckle...
I was already instructed to be quiet for the 3 minutes, and I had planned to.
Good
However,
job.
It doesn't mean I won't heckle your ass.
Okay.
Well,
I feel like
he wants to heckle my ass.
Well, keep in mind, when writing comedy, because I am not an expert, obviously I have pauses in there for laughter. Do not feel impelled to laugh. Don't feel like you have to laugh, period. If it's not funny, don't laugh. Because a true friend will tell you if it's not good.
I feel like the Ronz should do because you have your intro act kind of get the crowd warmed up.
No, this is all
sexual
about
chocolate. Sexual chocolate. We really need you to do the smooth sounds of sexual chocolate for the intro. Get the crowd pumped up. Get the crowd pumped, Tromondae.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, no matter where you're at.
It's not the circus, Tromondae. Jesus, it's not the fucking circus.
Let's face it, this comedy is not going to be for children of all ages.
That's for sure. It is not going to be for children of all ages.
Already we're offending people.
Children of all ages, if you're listening, your parents are bad parents.
Yeah, they failed.
Go to bed.
All right, Ronz, remember, I'm trying to do a tight 3. So let's see if it goes over, goes under, whatever.
Get ready to piss your pants. We present to you.
That's in my shit.
Yo.
Stole it. Yo.
No,
I'm setting you up. Give it up for the Beaveman.
Hey, thanks for that introduction, Tromondae. It's great to be here at the comedy, whatever this is. I don't fit in culturally, philosophically, even physically into any particular group, and it's okay. It's just taken me years to realize that there must be people out there like me, and it's time for me to begin my search for the others. And by the way, if what I'm about to say makes you feel like you found what you've been searching for your whole life, then meet me after the show and we can start our own club or cult or clan or religion. I don't know. It's a work in progress, and we don't want it to be offensive when we define ourselves, but personally, I'm partial to cult. Do you often see the most random thing and your mind automatically changes it to something sexy, like a pair of legs, boobies, or a nice hiney? I find this happens to me when I'm scrolling through social media or looking at my mail, and I quickly see something like an arm, and it's really just an advertisement for hand lotion or something. It doesn't even have to be a body part. It can be like 2 carrots sitting next to each other on a cutting board, and I'll see legs and a nice tush. My brain just automatically takes a super boring image and makes it 1,000 times better. The downside is that when I actually stop to look at the image, I'm highly disappointed, and I immediately wish that I would have just kept scrolling because the image I had in my brain was so much better. Or how about if you see a GIF or a GIF or whatever the fuck it's called? I have no idea, honestly. If I see one quickly, no matter what it is, it immediately looks like people having sex to me. Like I have this GIF on my website that my admin guy put on there of an animated beaver chewing wood. And the motion to me looks like people having sex. Every time I open the page, I get the same response and I know what's on the page. So how about this though? I often find myself being jealous for a dumb reason. Like I could be watching a video with a guy getting arrested who has no shirt on. And I think, why don't my abs look like that guy's? Forgetting the fact that the guy is getting arrested for God knows what. I mean, it could be something totally depraved like bestiality, and I'm jealous of this dude's abs.
Yeah.
So another example I have is this. The other day, I got an email from The Gap, and they were advertising Sherpa-lined coats. Standard email, good deal, I guess, 30% off, whatever. I'm not sure why The Gap can get away with skinning a Sherpa and then having the nerve to line a denim coat with Sherpa hide. I mean, if you're going to do that, I really believe it should be a nicer coat, like high-grade leather or something, not denim. If you're going to go all out, I guess make it a baby seal Sherpa-lined coat with elephant tusk buttons. But I don't condone that, by the way. So I'll be honest with you guys. Sometimes I feel embarrassed about the way my mind works or where it likes to go. But you know what I do when this happens? I just write this stuff down. And if it gets to me when I'm writing, I just look to my left for encouragement. And there it is, staring right at me with an encouraging smile. My unicorn pen. It's a pen with a unicorn head on the top. And I know what you're saying. It's just a novelty pen. Not to me, it isn't. Sitting there looking majestic with its frilly feather collar, confidently giving me the head nod of encouragement, as if he too has that recurrent dream that no matter how much he pees, the urine continues to flow, just like the rest of us. That's it. That's my set, folks. Thank you all. You've been great. That's my 3.
Yeah. That's good. It's good. I enjoyed it.
I can't write comedy.
I can't either. I'm
Swan
not
doesn't
good at
understand comedy.
I don't. It's horrible.
Is this where I'm supposed to laugh?
Tromondae, that's
wow.
not nice.
If you didn't, I did see you laugh, Tromondae, so that's okay. I'll take it.
He was making fun of me.
Oh, is that what
no, doing your bit though, because there were like moments when I absolutely relate. Like that part of like you see a guy shirtless and like
I did see you nod your head on that. You're like, oh, yeah.
Despite like the situation is like that's exactly where your mind goes to.
You're like, what the fuck? My abs don't look like that.
Look at you're supposed to, man. What the heck happened?
Look at this guy. He's on food stamps and he's got a freaking 6-pack.
You know?
Bullshit.
Or like all those rock stars who just do drugs all day and how do they have abs?
Stereotyping.
What?
Stereotyping. Stereotyping.
I mean, okay, I didn't say all those. I said no.
We need to
all
make
the
that
ones
a banner.
Who do.
All rock
that flash.
Yeah, stereotyping.
Stereotyping.
Stereotyping. I didn't say everyone who's a rock star does drugs. I just said all those who do drugs have good abs. Just saying.
I did like the unicorn pencil though, or pen. Sorry.
Do you want to see it?
Yeah, I do actually. And wow, the just the unicorn pen. Hopefully that's not what he calls his penis though.
No, it's a unicorn pen. Duh. Isn't it? Oh, it's not showing up very good. Green screen. Green screen.
Yeah, I can see it.
What if you put it in front of your shirt?
Put it in front of your shirt. Yeah.
Oh, there.
Yeah, there you go.
Giving me the nod.
Isn't it cute?
You know, the thing is, the way you're doing it, it's like you see Darth Vader in the background there. It's like,
holding his unicorn pen.
Holding his unicorn.
Yeah.
That's a nice shirt you have on there, by the way.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. It's a little big, but, you know, that's fine.
That's the problem with your shirts. Size medium, too small. Size large, too big. Again, back to your comedy post. You just don't fit in.
Did you guys know that I would be buffer if I was bigger? Isn't that?
Yeah.
Swan told me that. Swan really just wanted to insult me. He said, you know, you'd be buffer.
I didn't mean it like that.
Oh, that's how you mean it.
How did you mean it, Swan?
I meant that. So he is buff, but if you are bigger, like then you would look more buff.
Bigger where?
Like bigger muscle wise, like bigger. Like he has this we have all heard how he doesn't like his side fat, which incidentally is very much gone. And but he still thinks about it all the time and talks about every time he gains weight in his fat flanks. And I'm like, well, if you were bigger, your side fat wouldn't look as bad.
So you observe,
but wouldn't he just have bigger side?
No. But yes, Ricky.
So
yes.
How would you make him bigger?
Because he always says he has no butt as well. So if you had a larger butt, because I have that side fat too, but I have a butt, so it smooths it out.
So you haven't answered my question. You've just gone a roundabout way. Like,
how would I make it? I would make him bigger. I would make him a little taller, a little wider, a little buffer.
Well,
and you give him a butt.
She's gonna drag the mouse over me. She's gonna gonna right click and she's gonna,
she's gonna Photoshop you. I was gonna suggest more probably reps to blow out his chest, right, to make it bigger. But if you could Photoshop
now, Ronz is like, the Beaveman should get a bigger chest. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? I was thinking the same thing.
Broaden out your shoulders a little more, like give you bigger biceps, bigger like this part here, like deltoids, and then you would look bigger if you were wider.
So you know what I said. You know what my response to that was. You know what my response to that was.
What's that?
You would look buffer if you were thinner, Swan.
Hi-yo.
Yeah, if you're gonna be a dick, you're gonna mess with a bull.
Well, the thing is also, Beaveman.
Oh, now Ronz
I'm
going to
ask you a question.
How my physique does not
coming
look
us
good.
from the tent.
Well, no, I'm coming in from the green room tent. You're an ass and boob man. Am I correct?
I am an ass man.
Okay, so if she loses weight, she loses part of her ass. No. Can you accept that?
Huh? She does. Her ass does get smaller. It's that nice heart shape.
But it looks, yeah.
So you're okay with that? See, if I'm a boob man.
I'm okay with it either way, but if she trims it down, it gets even because then she gets this cut in her sides where you can actually see the separation when her external obliques come in, where she can actually see a separation between her sides and her butt, which is pretty freaking killer.
Oh.
It doesn't take Swan. It only takes Swan like a month to get in better shape than me, but it's like it's literally like pulling teeth to get her to do it. And then she'll do it and she gets in buff shape and she's like, oh, look, I look pretty awesome. I'm like, yes, you do. Good for you. She's like, oh, I look better than you. Look at that. Yeah, that's great. Good for you, Swan. Broke my neck and my back.
So
there's one problem. I just like food.
Yeah, so that's all she thinks about from the minute she gets up, honestly. As soon as you roll out of bed, it's not, hey, good morning, how you doing? She's like, what do you want to eat?
What do you want for breakfast?
I don't know. I'm not really
talking about how we want our other person to look. Tromondae, what do you like about your significant other?
What? Why do you always want to pick Tromondae's brain about his significant other?
Because you already said what you like about the Swan, and the Swan has already said what she likes about you or what change. So
the Swan has not said. First of all, the Swan has never said what she likes about me. She has never
she would like
done
you
that.
To be bigger.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that's what she likes about me. That's what she doesn't have, what she wants. She's never said what she likes about me. There's a big difference.
All right, so well, then let's flip it back. Then the Swan, what do you like about the Beaveman?
No. Why are you trying to get me into an argument right now?
Oh no, you do this. You do this to me all the time. And
you're trying to dig yourself out of a hole right now.
I'm not. It's just the Beaveman. The way he said it, he's right. Right. What do you like about the Beaveman?
No. Let's hear your gay questions for Tromondae.
But wait. But what I do have a thing thinking about the Beaveman when he was saying by like you see a picture. Like I think about the Beaveman when he sent the picture of him doing you were doing like a handstand like up against the wall.
Yeah.
And you had that gave us the you was putting on a shirt or taking off a shirt. Yeah. And you like gave us the challenge the entire time instead of looking at your capability of what you're able to do. I was like, he has more abs than I have.
Bam!
Like that's what I was looking at the whole time. Like I'm like, if you did
something
with him, if you worked out with him, maybe you have some too. But I was like the Swan, I like to eat.
And you're like the Beaveman, but he's old. What the fuck? He's older than I am. He's like my older brother. He could be my dad. Yeah,
not quite.
Well,
No, I don't know. You couldn't be his dad. No. Like, if you had him when you were like 12.
I'm 36.
Yeah.
Like
if I had him when I was
15.
12.
I mean, yeah, you're like 12. You could have him.
Yeah, it was 12. Ronz could
Yeah.
definitely be your dad.
Yeah.
But he wants to be your daddy.
Daddy.
Hi-yo!
Oh, yeah.
Hi-yo! Hi-yo! Oh,
Ronz.
I guess I should ask. What did you guys enjoy the 3 minutes of comedy?
I did.
I had actually a whole bunch of other stuff I was going to write, but I only had 3 minutes.
So, question: Are you? I realized it was one of those things where you're kind of fleshing it out. Are you going to edit inflection? Because I heard you inflect on certain words, but are you going to add more inflection?
Yeah, I mean, you actually need to slow it down and actually relate to it. If you memorize it, it's better. Obviously, you can add all that stuff in.
Yeah,
but
I did like the cult part.
I just
really
did it for you. I just did it for you.
Oh, thank you.
3 minutes
Appreciate
of
it.
comedy. That's what you wanted. You asked for 3 minutes. I gave you 3 minutes.
I did like the cult part, and I thought that was great. And the way you kind of trailed off, and then you came back up, right? First you get angry.
First you got angry.
First I talked.
First you talk.
First you talk.
And then you get angry, and then you bring it back down.
So you want to join his cult? Is that what you're saying?
Extremely. You wouldn't?
He's already in my cult.
Yeah.
He's a member of the Slaptail Squad.
You would want to join?
We'll spread as the Slaptail Nation.
Well, clearly I am already a member too.
Clearly you are.
Clearly.
Yeah.
She in that thing.
In that thing. You know it. You know it.
Oh God. You know it. No. See, and everybody can say it, but when Ron tries, it just gets cringy.
No, it doesn't get cringy. It's the way you cut.
Does
it
it not?
It's like
No, it does.
It kind of does. It kind of does.
It does.
It gets cringy. Okay, so you want me to make it cringier?
No.
Oh yeah.
Please do. Yeah.
I am up. I believe you're up for the challenge. So please go ahead and make it cringier.
So I will think about it, because it's like, how can I make this cringier? So
it just comes naturally.
Yeah, when you're not thinking about it, it just comes naturally. So
well, I would like to take this moment then to say that 2022 has already been rough. We lost fucking Louis Anderson, man.
I read about that. That was a shame.
That's fucking horrible. I love Louis Anderson. I mean, yeah, it sucks that we lost Meatloaf. I'm sure Tromondae doesn't even know who that is.
Nope.
He's like, I enjoy a good meatloaf.
Yeah. You like meatloaf?
It was a little dry at camp. We just put some ketchup on it. But
he was great in the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I mean, yeah. But I mean, he's an iconic character in general. But I love me some Louis Anderson, man.
I remember him.
I love Louis. I used to love that. I used to love watching that cartoon, man. Life with Louis. Where he did all the voices, where he did his dad and he did his mom and he did himself and his brother. Dude, it was awesome. I love him. Do you remember that skit that he did with where you kick your toe against the table or whatever, the door frame or whatever, the cat's got your toe? Oh,
I don't remember that one.
He does a funny one too, or he did a funny one too about cell phones where people are like flipping through his cell phone. They're like, oh, Louis, got all these things open. You got to close them, Louis. I love Louis Anderson. I'm so sad.
I never watched him in Baskets. I guess that was his breakout role too. Again,
Baskets. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it was a show.
Remember him coming to America? He was doing fries.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was in the second one. They were making their grass
didn't see
burgers.
that one.
What?
I didn't see that one. I haven't seen Coming to America. Part 2. Yeah, the second one. Yeah. But yeah, I watched him in what was it? I remember the cartoon. He definitely had some really good comedic timing.
Oh, he's so great.
Do you remember when he was the host of the Family Feud?
Yep.
Yeah, he was good there.
I love Louis Anderson, man. My friend was on a plane and was sitting next to him. He sent us a picture.
Well,
because he flew like economy or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Did he say anything or talk to him?
Yeah, he talked to him. Yeah. I'm sure he was like neurotic.
Same way.
I'm sure he was neurotic because that's what he is. That's his thing. Not Louis, my friend. My friend. He was neurotic, I'm sure. Now I'm sad. So we've already lost Bob Saget.
Yeah.
We lost Betty White immediately before 2022, which, I mean, she lived a long freaking time. So it sucks, but Bob Saget was young. But I'm more distraught about Louis Anderson because I like Bob Saget, but I liked Louis a lot. So I'm very bummed about that. He was super fucking young. Why are they all fucking dying super young?
Yeah.
That is so sad that we get to see.
They probably didn't do any preventative medicine.
Well, we get to see. We're not seeing. I'm sorry. I'm kind of frustrated. We're seeing our icons.
He's deflecting from the fact that he hasn't had a colonoscopy yet. It's okay.
No, we're seeing our icons slowly being ripped away from us. Right? I watched Betty White on SNL. Right? When you watch her on SNL, she's hilarious, and when you watch her on some of her other shows, she was hilarious. And then you watch Bob Saget, who was hilarious.
Now he's going to mention. Just a heads up, he's going to mention about 7 other comedians. Go ahead.
No, you're right. I am, because Bob Saget had that. What was really cool is he had that Full House, that dad persona. But when you watched his act, he was dirtier than
that's
fuck.
Not him. Yeah, that's totally. I don't even think of Full House when I think of, and that's why you hear all these shows and stuff. Like I was listening. Here I am plugging my favorite podcast, Last Podcast on the Left, and of course Morbid. But Morbid did a podcast like the day they, like right after Bob Saget's death, and they sang the little theme to Full House, and they were talking about how much they loved him from Full House. And I'm like, yeah, but that's really not the funny Bob Saget. Funny Bob Saget is the comedy stand-up type comedy show of Bob Saget. That's a funny guy. So.
Yeah, but those girls on that do that podcast are young. So
they're young. Yeah, so that's what they know. They know Full House. Whereas I was like, Full House, not a fan. Didn't really care about it too much.
Yeah.
We did get to see the guy who played what's his name, the blonde guy. We got to see him.
Dave Coulier.
Dave Coulier. We got to see him in Vegas. He was freaking hilarious.
He was funny.
He's not dirty at all. He's just really funny. Mm-hmm. He did his voices, did the Muppet Baby voices, all that cool stuff. He's very funny. Shout out to you, Dave Coulier, because I know you're probably watching this live stream right now. Go ahead and comment if you want. Go ahead. Feel free to come on. Oh, wait. No.
Yeah, come on, join us.
So, along the morbid curiosity line, so who do you think the next comedian is to go, or the next iconic hero?
That's horrible. What? You want to do a Deadpool? No. I don't want to do a Deadpool. I don't like Deadpools. I don't like them. I really don't. I want my comedians to live.
Didn't Ron say this podcast is for comedy?
Yeah.
He's about to take it dark.
Who's next?
I can make it happen. I'm a black belt.
We're losing our heroes at a phenomenal rate. And
do you have a magic 8-ball?
No, I don't. And I'm almost horrified to turn on the news because I don't know who I'm going to lose next as my hero. I mean, my heroes are getting up there where I would love to meet them at one point, but time's running out for them.
Yeah, you make a great point, Ronz, because I was thinking about this the other day. You know how a lot of people love to go to concerts? I've never been that person. What I've always wanted to do is go see comedians. That's what I'm like, I want to go see this show. I want to go see that show. But we're living where we live. It's almost like our town is not like a huge comedy town. It's really not. They have like the State Theater and somebody will go there occasionally, but it's more like, it's all like a music, kind of more of a music venue.
Yeah.
And so my whole thing has been, I really want to get out and I want to see these comedians, but of course there's the pandemic. So I'm like, if this ever freaking ends, my whole thing is like, I'm going to start going to comedy shows because there's people I really want to see. And I really want to see people that I don't even know. I mean, I want to just keep going. I mean, like if they had a pass to like a comedy club or whatever, like I would just continuously go. That's what I want to see. And I don't really care about.
There's one concert comedy show that I would love to go, and that would be a Weird Al show.
Oh yeah, well that's different. I mean, that's totally different because don't you feel like he's a comedian first? I mean, maybe he thinks he's a musician first. I guess I think of him as, I always think of comedy when I think of him, not music.
I think of comedy when I think of him from when I was a little kid and he like smashed watermelons and all that
That's
stuff.
Gallagher.
That's Gallagher.
That's Gallagher. That's completely
what the
different.
fuck, Swan?
Come on.
Come on, get with the comedy scene.
Okay, I got it. Okay,
fuck, that's Gallagher.
Shut up, then. Don't make fun of me. Okay, well,
we're sorry, listening audience. I should have just
forgiven her
because I knew. You know what, Ronz?
What's that?
I knew she was going to say something fucking stupid because she doesn't understand comedy in the first place. She was going to fucking.
Don't you have maybe you have a banner that says Swan is more useless as a to be flavored lollipop.
She basically ass-fisted comedy right then. Just right then, she ass-fisted comedy. And as we all know, you're supposed to start with just a finger first.
Nope, I'm fisting it.
But she just jammed it
straight on.
She just jammed it into comedy. She just jammed her fist right into comedy anus, and I don't think that's appropriate. Comedy is damn important to me.
No lube at all.
No lube.
No 1 finger, 2 fingers. Nope, just full on.
Oh, you just full on did it, Swan. I don't even know what to say about that.
Okay,
you took something sacred to the rest of us, and you just basically you fisted it.
You know, and along that same lines, the bands I grew up listening to, they're starting to fade away too. So I would like to see at least one of my favorite.
Speedwagon.
No, REO Speedwagon is an okay band, but I would like to see
about probably like Megadeth and things like that would be my
Megadeth, the Scorpions, Kiss. No, well, Kiss I got to go see, so I was happy about that.
Yeah, I did. I wasn't too happy. I wasn't impressed.
But I really don't like.
It seemed like we saw a lot of Paul Stanley's butt. I wasn't.
I really don't like huge crowds, but I went to that because Little Powder John wanted to go see him, so I did.
Yeah, we saw them with Motley Crue, and Baby Swan fell asleep during Kiss, which was fine.
She did. She was like.
3. I went for Motley Crue. I went for Motley Crue anyway, so it didn't really matter.
Oh.
Baby Swan still
hold
has
on.
a t-shirt.
I got this. Cool. A shout out to Shelby the Thumb, who was listening to us. But she could not.
Now it's her bedtime?
No, she's driving back from Indiana. So shout out to her.
Why? Why are we doing a shout out?
Because she just messaged me because I wanted to bring her in because she goes, I want to be a part of it. I'm like,
he really just doesn't understand the concept, does he? He just doesn't understand.
No, I don't.
Concept. That's fine. That's okay. Ronz, I think that you've done a really good job of not mentioning to the listening audience about your prowess as a martial artist. That's great.
Well, I figured I'd let you do that.
Has it bothered you this entire time?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Are you sure?
No, I'm positive. The thing that I like about the podcast is the natural flow of the dialogue. So it's good. Behind the scenes. So, the thing is, I love how the Swan tries to make it funny because she tries to assume your role, but she tries too hard. And
wow, so he's just insulting you, Swan. What do you think about that?
See, I like how you flipped that on me. And then you got Tromondae, the peacemaker, right? I love it when we were over at the studio, of course, and we were talking back, and you two were arguing. And I loved Tromondae's look where he's just sitting back, looking, and I'm like, "You're the counselor here." He's like, "It's what I do." I mean, he was just so cool about it.
I really think that you just insulted Swan.
And I think he did too. And
Swan has nothing to say.
I could reach through right now and take that black belt that he's wearing off. I would gag him with it.
Really? What else would you do with it?
Ew.
That's it.
He took it creepy.
You're making it creepy.
No.
All I wanted to do
was... You should have just let me go with it. Once again, I was going to make it cringy, but you guys cut me off.
Yeah, you did. No, you didn't even do it. You didn't even make it cringy.
You didn't have to try.
Yeah, it was just it's natural flow.
Yeah. So
he's not wearing pants, but he's wearing his black belt. It's cool though.
Right.
No. Yeah, you wanted me to wear my black belt, but it's actually at the dojo with my dogi. So
what if you need it?
Oh,
why does it stay there?
Is it? I thought you wore it like underneath your clothes, and
no, I don't wear it 24/7.
You should. I mean, I feel like you probably do.
Yeah. I mean, why would you leave it at the dojo? That seems like a bad idea.
What if someone steals it?
Yeah.
It's got my name on it.
What if somebody's dick rubbing it when you're not there?
Yeah. People don't take things with people's names on it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got your name on it in Japanese. Like anybody can read that.
Yeah. All right. So they can or can't. It doesn't really bother me.
Now that I know, I mean, that's kind of a bad thing. I can't believe that you would keep that at the dojo. Now that I know you keep your shit at the dojo.
Something so sacred.
It is. Like my first.
If you loved that black belt, you would carry it with you.
Everywhere I go.
Yeah.
Yeah, my first black belt is like wrapped in what do you call it? Like that plastic wrap, that's that cling wrap that sticks to itself.
Yeah.
Mine's wrapped in that and packed away. My first one.
My black belt is wrapped in swaddling clothing and laying in a manger.
3 kings. 3 kings.
3.
So, Beaveman, every time you test for a black belt, you get a new one?
Well, every time I test for I've only tested twice.
So you got a new black belt for your second test?
Yeah, because it has a second Dan mark on it, second Dan tick on it.
Oh, I didn't realize that because mine doesn't. I mean, when we test, we just get our same black belt up until I think 5th or 6th. Then we get the stripe. So,
yeah, no, we have cool black belts, but I'll never get the cool one. Like, there's a really cool. I think it's 1, 2, 3. I think it's third. No, I think it's fourth. Fourth Dan has the purple stripe through the middle of it, but I'll never get there. So, yeah, we get colors after. The 4th has got that, and then 5th has the green stripe through it, and then 6th has the yellow stripe through it. I think. I don't know. I'm clearly a bad student, but I really wanted the purple one, but I'll never get there. I'm too old. Too old. Anyway, not important.
Why do you say you're too old?
Because I'm old. Too old. I don't think I'm gonna get there.
I think you will.
Probably not.
Ronz, who does the dishes at your house?
We both do, but currently, right now, Little Powder Donut's been doing it since I've been working nights.
Oh my God. She's had to assume all of your household chores that you used to do as a stay-at-home dad?
Most of them, yes.
So now she has to work full-time and do your job too?
You're damn straight.
How does this even work?
It works well.
You know what's really funny is Swan is acting. She's just acting like it's just the fucking worst thing, and then Ronz is the worst person on the planet. But the Swan doesn't do any fucking chores.
And get this, right?
Doesn't do shit at the house, but she's acting.
I loaded the dishwasher today.
Wow, good for. Let's all give her a fucking clap.
And wow.
She also dirtied all the fucking dishes because she doesn't stop eating. She also dirtied all it. Her and her fucking baby Swan, they constantly make messes, constantly dirty dishes, and I clean up after them all fucking day. So don't act all fucking high and mighty to Ronz.
Acting all high and mighty.
All fucking high and mighty when you're fucking messy.
Because I wanted to know if Ronz, when he washes the dishes, do you wash the handles on your pots and pans?
Yes.
This is what you wrote for our 100th episode. You wrote these
No, it just came into my head right now.
This was your preparation for the 100th episode. It
just came out of nowhere.
It just came out of nowhere.
So yeah, I wash the handles. Why wouldn't I?
I don't know, because I know people who don't, and that's gross.
All right, wow. So you know people.
Excellent. Awesome content.
I do.
Swan.
Yeah.
Way to go.
But why? Now, honestly, and I don't do the dishes as much as I used to. Because Carrie wants to do them. No, Carrie wants to do them.
Yeah. She wants to do the dishes. She works 8 hours a day.
Okay, a little. Okay, stop right there. Let me finish here. And she has her hands cramp up.
Only works 8 hours. Actually, he takes a break, so he doesn't really.
Yeah, you're right. I do. I am a lazy motherfucker.
Her hands cramp up, so he makes her do the dishes.
And she likes the heat from doing the dishes. One time I did the dishes. She goes, I wanted to do the dishes. I'm like, okay, right? Because the heat from the water actually helps her hand. So I'm like, okay, so that's the way you got to do it.
So she could just like run her hand under warm water, but she had to do the dishes instead.
Who am I to deny?
Hot, relaxing bath.
Or Ron, you can give her a little date night and give her like a hand massage where you soak her hands.
Show me how that's done.
Palm on.
I would.
How would you give a hand massage?
Remember those
show me how to give a hand massage?
Beaveman said palm olive.
Well, that's dating us. So
it is.
So Tromondae, Ronz wants you to give him a hand massage. He's turning it into. He's not going to give Carrie Little Powder Donut a hand massage. He wants you to give him one.
I'm a multitasker like that. So Do you start with the fingertips and work your way down? Or do you start with the palm and work your way up?
Are you asking him because he's gay?
No, I'm just asking him how to give a hand massage. It's not a hand job.
Why would he know?
It's more so just giving little powder donut the experience of being able to relax and also get whatever care she needs for her hands because she likes the warm water. So I'm trying to help you.
That's the great banner right there. It's time for Sexual Chocolate's advice.
Some brownie points.
Yeah.
Brownie points with Sexual Chocolate. I love that. That's actually awesome. That's great. So should I use Palmolive or whatever it is? So does your significant other come home with hand cramps, and do you do that for him?
I do.
Ron's like, sign me up. I work hard. I get hand cramps too.
I do.
Oh my goodness.
So what would you recommend for making the hands soft and supple?
Palmolive.
There you go.
Duh. Did you remember those commercials?
Oh, I do. You're soaking in it.
Makes your hands soft while you do dishes. Yes, I remember. Yeah.
But the fact that you spend time rubbing her hands will go much more further than whatever.
How further will it go?
As far as you would take it.
As far.
I was going to say fur.
As far as you can hike it, we're going to go all the way. All the way. That's good.
We've only done it once.
Yeah, of that we can be sure
we have proof.
We have proof that he's done it at least once. That is true.
At least once, yeah.
Got it on the first try.
Well,
no.
No, not really.
Had
well,
a
you
few
try.
mishaps.
Yeah, a couple of
Ronz,
mishaps.
if you have to ask if it's in, it's not in.
What did you say? I think earlier on one of the barber podcasts. It's like throwing a tic tac down a hall.
So are you saying that it's really big or you're really small? Because I feel like
if you say it, it's in that aspect. You're almost being disrespectful to a little part of donut.
That's what he said. He just called her a hallway.
I did not call it a hallway.
I feel like that's what you just did.
No, not at all.
See what?
It's like throwing a tic tac down a hallway.
Yeah. So when I say it, it means that I'm saying I have a small penis. But when he says it, he's insulting Lil Powder Donut.
No. When I say it, I was referring to that, but you flip it and saying I'm being insulted. Whoa, what the?
I'm giving you a visual of what you said. This is the tic tac, and this is the hallway.
Wow. You know what? All I see is your fist.
Look, watch this, Rod. Watch this. Oh, dang it! I messed it up. Here we go.
That's okay. You couldn't get in the hole. That's the same thing that happened.
It can go. It just jumps in there.
And I think that we should have a section of our podcast, Asexual Chocolate, anything for brownie points.
Don't we already do that?
Yeah, well, we kind of do, but we don't.
But I mean, he just wants to name it.
Kind of Tromondae's Gay Corner,
Yeah.
I like Sexual Chocolate.
Fireside Pride Chat with Tromondae.
Ooh, I like that.
So what I hear Ron saying, hey, how can you as a gay man help me out as a straight man?
You know what? And
it's pretty much the same advice. It's the same advice.
And there was a TV
the
show
better
like
advice.
that.
See, Ron, let me explain to you the better advice.
The better advice?
The better advice. When we were in Las Vegas several years ago, the Swan's friend met us, her high school friend. He was living out there in Las Vegas. And I asked him a very important question. I said, Swan's friend, you're a gay man. Can you please teach the Swan how to give appropriate blowjob? That's the kind of advice that you ask for, Ronz.
And what did he respond?
He said yes, but I don't know if he actually instructed her or not. And this is a family show, folks. Thanks for listening to
Boys and girls, children of all ages.
I don't hear any complaints from you, so clearly it's
clearly he assisted.
Clearly.
There we go.
There we go.
Thank you very much. Hopefully they were listening to this podcast. So, all right. Well, I think that's pretty much. I think that we've done a good job of celebrating our 100th episode. So I think our stream was awesome, and I would love to do it again. And maybe that's something that we'll talk about as a squad, doing more on a regular basis. That means the Beaveman has to shell out more money. But the Swan has a good job, so she should probably just kind of budget that in. I would also.
What's really cool is we got the Woodman to show up.
It was really cool. It was really cool, Ronz. And because you like to interrupt me, I have this for you. Hi, folks. My name is Ronz, Black Belt, and you may remember me from the Slaptail Squad. Today, I'm going to teach you proper dojo etiquette when interacting with students and family. Encourage all to participate by saying things like, I want to get you on the floor. I can't wait to see you in a little uniform. Let me show you where to put your hands. And I want you to be a part of my family. My dojo family. Learn these key phrases to help new students and their families feel welcome. I'm Ronz, Black Belt from the Slaptail Squad, and I want to show you where to put your feet. Caw-caw!
You know, I am going to shoot you that link. That I'm going to find the comedy stylings of this, but it's almost dead on the way
you just immediately started talking about other things.
Yeah, no, because you're almost dead on like this person.
I'm not, and
it's hilarious. It really is.
Dead on like myself, making fun of you.
Yes, I realize. I realize that. But right, it's hilarious. It's just one of those things where if you watch it, you're like, "Oh my gosh, this is exactly how it sounds."
I feel like it kind of sounds like Ronz.
Yeah, I think that's all the point, but I think he's missing out on the point. All right, well, this has been a very fun live stream for all of us. I'm very excited. I really thank everybody for joining us. But I had a huge amount of fun doing the stream, and hopefully we can do some more in the future. And I guess I'll actually have to pay money to record it through this streaming service, which is fine. Actually, the Swan will do it because she makes more money than me.
And maybe the Ronz can figure out his green screen by then.
Maybe, he can just keep doing what he's doing because it just seems to be working for him. Because it looks like he's in a little green tent. And we just see part of his head, so that's fine.
And you know,
we could get him a little lantern.
Yeah,
you know, maybe some camping gear.
As long as it brings the Beaveman joy, I'm not going to change a thing.
I'm going to get you one of those little camp food container, like the little tin container.
Yeah, get him a little Stormy Cromer hat,
so he can make noise the entire time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, you know, it brings the Beaveman so much joy to just have something to bitch about. So why would I change anything?
Oh yeah, no point in not stressing me out when you didn't blink in 3 minutes before we were supposed to be on.
I said I was sorry for fucking working last night.
But that's fine.
I was working last night. I'm sorry. I've been up all day.
Nobody else works. Nobody else works, you guys. I didn't work today.
No one else does.
I didn't work today.
Right? You're right.
Beaveman worked later than you did, and he still made it on here.
I know he did, and he's to be commended. He really is. I will not deny that. So, take it up, shove it up your ass. I'm going to take it up
with your guardian who, shove it up my ass. Ooh, he's getting all pesty. Maybe you need a nap. Maybe guardian needs to put you down for a little nap.
Little Powder Donut did put me down for a nap. She's the one that got me up.
She woke your ass up.
She's the one that got me up.
Oh.
Right?
Okay, well, anyway, as I was saying, I want to thank everyone for joining us for this live stream and for our 100th episode, our 100th podcast. Thank you very much for keeping us active during this shitty pandemic. Thank you for listening to our podcast. Please listen to all of them. Share them with a friend. Share them with someone that you don't like. Maybe it'll piss them off. We don't care as long as somebody listens. And from me, the Beaveman, thanks again. Adios, mooch fuckos.
Bye from the Swan.
From the Ronz, thank you for all your support. Hey.
Caw-caw!
Caw-caw!
Deuces.